Hello students, welcome to PVK chemistry classes. So last video we discussed the preparation of monohydric alcohols. In this video we are going to discuss the chemical properties of monohydric alcohols. So before that, the structure of alcohols. The alcohols are bent molecules, so in which the carbon atom is sp3 hybridized. The central oxygen atom also sp3 hybridized. So look at the structure of the alcohol COH. The oxygen containing two lone pair of electrons. So bent molecules means, or simply say it is a V-shaped molecules. Normally tetrahedral, the overall arrangement of this molecule is tetrahedral in nature. We know that the bond angle of tetrahedral, regular tetrahedral 109 degree 28 minutes. But in the case of alcohols, the bond angle is reduced 108 degree, 108.9 degree. Why this bond angle is reduced? Due to the lone pair repulsion. Due to the lone pair repulsion, according to the valence electron pair repulsion theory, that is BSEPR theory, the bond angle is reduced from 109 degree 28 minutes to 108.9 degree. This is a structure of this alcohols. The distinction between three kinds of alcohols. How alcohols, the primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols are distinguished. Primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols are best distinguished by some methods. The first important method is oxidation method. Oxidation. For this oxidation process, oxidation. The various oxidizing agents are used. For example, acidified potassium dichromate, acidified sodium dichromate, alkaline KMNO4, etc. Some gases concentrated nitric acid, and chromium trioxide, CrO3 is an important oxidizing agent, CrO3, and PCC, pyridium chlorochromate. So these are the various oxidizing agents used for this oxidation process. How this oxidation occurs and how to distinguish the three kinds of alcohols. Primary alcohols on oxidation gives aldehyde. Aldehydes on further oxidation gives carboxylic acid with the same number of carbon atoms. Primary alcohol on oxidation gives aldehydes. Aldehydes on further oxidation gives carboxylic acid with the same number of carbon atoms. For example, ethyl alcohol. The formula of C2H6O, ethyl alcohol. On oxidation, what is oxidation? Oxidation is addition of oxygen or removal of hydrogen. Acidified potassium dichromate is used. So CH3, CHO. Here one hydrogen, here oxygen. Eliminate the molecule of water, gives acetaldehyde. This acetaldehyde on further oxidation, this addition of oxygen, acetic acid. Look at this example. All the materials having same number of carbon atoms, carbon number 2 and carbon number 2. Primary alcohol on oxidation gives aldehyde, aldehyde on further oxidation gives carboxylic acid with the same number of carbon atom. In the case of secondary alcohol, CH3, CHOH, CH3, C3H8O, Secondary alcohol on oxidation gives ketone CH3COCH3. This ketone on further oxidation gives carboxylic acid with one carbon atom less. Here 2 carbon atoms, the starting material having 3 and the final product having 2 carbon atom. In the case of tertiary alcohol, CH3, CCH3, CH3, OH. Tertiary alcohol cannot undergo oxidation. Why is tertiary alcohol cannot undergo oxidation? Because of the lackage of alpha hydrogen atom. Here there will be no alpha hydrogen atom is present. Therefore, this compound does not undergo oxidation. Instead of oxidation, it undergoes dehydration. Dehydration. One of the hydrogen atom. Here it is written like this. This bond shift here, this bond shift here. So, eliminate the molecule of water to form alkene CH3, CCH3, CH2. Isobutylene. Isobutylene. Once this compound is formed, it further undergo oxidation gives acetone and formic acid. This compound on further oxidation gives acetic acid. So, this is one of the important sequence of chemical reaction. Tertiary butyl alcohol is converted to isobutylene. Is an important conversion. 2-methyl to, how will you convert? 2-methyl 2-propanol to 2-methylpropene. 2-methyl 2-propanol to 2-methylpropene. So, this is the first method to distinguish 3 kinds of alcohols. So, the same kind of technique is used in the second method also, dehydrogenation. Dehydrogenation, catalytic dehydrogenation, or simply say catalytic dehydrogenation. The reagent used or the catalyst used for this process is copper at 573 Kelvin. Copper at 573 Kelvin. So, primary alcohol, ethyl alcohol on heating with the copper at 573 Kelvin gives acetaldehyde and hydrogen. Isopropyl alcohol is a secondary alcohol. Isopropyl alcohol on heating, copper at 573 Kelvin gives acetone as the product. Tertiary butyl alcohol. Tertiary butyl alcohol on heating with the copper at 573 Kelvin. Here also the dehydration takes place. It gives isobutylene as the product. Isobutylene as the product. It's the second method, catalytic dehydrogenation. The third method is Lucas test. Lucas test. So, Lucas test is an important method to distinguish the 3 kinds of alcohol, primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols. For this process, we are using one reagent called Lucas reagent. Lucas reagent. So, what is the Lucas reagent? Anhydrous zinc chloride and concasyl hydrochloric acid. Anhydrous zinc chloride and concentrated hydrochloric acid is called Lucas reagent. Lucas reagent. Tertiary alcohol. See, tertiary butyl alcohol. When we are using the tertiary alcohol and Lucas reagent, it gives immediate turbidity or immediate white precipitate. Immediate white precipitate or white precipitate is formed within 2 to 3 seconds. Eliminate the molecule of water like this. It gives tertiary butyl chloride. Tertiary butyl chloride. Suppose we are using secondary alcohol. Secondary alcohol. When secondary alcohol reacts with the Lucas reagent, it gives turbidity between 5 to 10 minutes or simply 9 to 10 to minutes. It gives white precipitate 9 to 10 minutes. It gives isopropyl chloride. Isopropyl chloride and water. It's a secondary alcohol. It's a tertiary alcohol. This is secondary alcohol. Primary alcohol. Primary alcohol is added to Lucas reagent. It does not give any white precipitate or does not give any turbidity under normal temperature or room temperature, but it gives turbidity on strong heating. HCl anhydrous zinc chloride, it gives CH3 ethyl chloride and water. So, the Lucas test is the best method to distinguish the three kinds of alcohols: primary, secondary and tertiary. Tertiary alcohol gives immediate turbidity or white precipitate. Secondary alcohol gives turbidity between 5 to 10 minutes, mostly 9 to 10 minutes. Primary alcohol does not give turbidity under room temperature, but it gives turbidity on strong heating. So, the reactivity of Lucas reagent towards the different kinds of alcohol, tertiary alcohol, then secondary alcohol, then primary alcohol. The fourth method is a Victor-Mayer test. Victor-Mayer test to distinguish three kinds of alcohols. So, the Victor-Mayer test is an important test asked in the examination point of view as well as in the entrance examinations, and the conversion process also the test is used. The first of all, primary alcohol. Ethyl alcohol reacts with the red phosphorus and iodine. First reagent is red phosphorus and iodine. Red phosphorus replaces the OH group. Therefore, it gives ethyl iodide. First product is ethyl iodide. Ethyl iodide. Once this compound is formed, it is further react with silver nitrite, AgNO2, silver nitrite. So, here the eliminating product is AgI. AgI is the eliminating product. CH3, CH2, NO2, nitroethane. Nitroethane. Once the nitroethane is formed, it further reacts with the nitrous acid. Nitrous acid. You know the formula for nitrous acid, HNO2. For this reaction purpose, I written this compound like this: CH3, CH2, NO2. nitroethane. This nitrous oxide, nitrous acid also written like this, O double bond N OH, O double bond N OH. In this, eliminate the molecule of water, minus H2O. So it gives CH3 CNO2 double bond NOH, nitrolic acid, nitrolic acid. So these compounds having one acidic proton or acidic proton, it is replaced by base KOH, or sodium hydroxide or potassium hydroxide is used. It gives K plus and OH minus. This OH minus and this H plus combines together, again eliminate the molecule of water. So it gives CH3 CNO2 NOK plus H2O. This is red color. Potassium salt of nitrolic acid. Potassium salt of nitrolic acid is red color. So in Victor Mayer test, any primary alcohol gives red color. Secondary alcohol. Secondary alcohol, CH3 CHOH CH3. Same, all the steps to be followed. Listen, red phosphorus and iodine. First step, OH group is removed by phosphorus. Therefore, CH3 CHI CH3 isopropyl iodide. Isopropyl iodide is formed and further reacts with the silver nitrite, eliminate the molecule of silver iodide. CH3 CHNO2 CH3, 2-nitropropane. Once this compound is formed, it further reacts with the nitrous acid HNO2. For the reaction purpose, it is rewritten as CH3 CH3 CHNO2. The nitrous acid also written like this, OHN double bond O. So this eliminate the molecule of water to produce CH3 CCH3 NO2 N double bond O. This compound is called pseudonitrile. Further it when we are adding potassium hydroxide, here there will be no acidic proton is present, therefore no reaction occurs, but it gives blue color. So any secondary alcohol in Victor Mayer test gives blue color. Tertiary butyl alcohol, CH3 CCH3 CH3OH. The similar steps, red phosphorus and iodine. CH3 CCH3 CH3I, tertiary butyl iodide. Further reacts with the silver nitrate AgNO2 and eliminate the molecule of AgI. It gives CCH3 CH3NO2. What's the name of the compound? 2-methyl 2-nitropropane. 2-methyl 2-nitropropane. Further it reacts with the nitrous acid. Here there will be no acidic proton is present, no further reaction takes place, no reaction, and it is a colorless compound. So tertiary butyl alcohol under Victor Mayer test does not give any color. what's the conclusion for this Victor Mayer test? RBC. Primary alcohol gives red color, secondary alcohol gives blue color, and tertiary alcohol gives colorless. So, these are the methods to distinguish the three kinds of alcohols. I hope all these reactions are understood for everybody. Thank you very much for listening this video. If you have any doubts, you ask in the comment box. Once again, I thank you for all. Thank you.